Hi guys, welcome to Scandinavian's Coffee in the heart of Norway. We are a micro roastery in Little Hemsedal.
Yeah, Hemsedal. Some might see this on the previous Salomon runs. We have been with Salomon for now 2 years.
Yeah, thank you Salomon for that.
I hope you all had a great run at Nøsen. We was there last year, wasn't able to be there this year, but we just, everyone got a little taster pack from Salomon.
Yeah.
With our coffee. And if you have seen the Alps logo on Salomon events, that's us.
That's
and
us.
can you just tell a little bit about the story? When did we started? What did we do, Adrian?
Started roasting 2016, so it's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And we roast for subscription, retail, mostly wholesale, 80% wholesale. And for you guys out there, for today, so what coffee do we have?
Today we have a wash processed coffee from Peru.
Yeah.
Round, sweet, chocolatey, like nice everyday coffee.
Crowd pleaser, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And your Early Christian, Norwegian Brewers Champion, is going to show us how to brew it. So if you've scanned the QR code, you're one of the smart ones. And he's going to give you his tips and tricks how to brew this. So yeah, Ole, what...
Yeah, so you all got 100 grams of coffee.
Yeah.
So then that means if you do 20 grams, you can do five brews.
Yeah, because there's 100 grams in the bag.
So we do 20 grams of coffee, like coarsely grind coffee.
Yeah.
If you are using a Wilfer grinder, I would say around filter and AeroPress-ish grind size.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do if you do have Commandante, some has a Commandante hand grinder, maybe around 28 to 30 clicks.
What are you brewing on, just so the people at home who might have not seen this?
If you don't have this at home, this is called a V60. This is the most popular drip method for hand brews.
Yeah.
It's basically a manual coffee machine maker where we just control the water. So we just do 20 grams of coffee, and we do 1:15 ratio.
Yeah. So when people at home, what is a 1:15 like total? How much coffee in total are you going to be pouring?
We're pouring now 300 mils of water.
Yeah, because that's really important. Your coffee, if you can get that water to coffee ratio, you're going to get a really tasty brew every time. Yeah. And then what are you using under here for those people who haven't seen?
I think that's the most important thing you need to have. Of course, you should have a grinder at home.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, that's a good investment. But also a scale. It doesn't have to be a coffee scale. It could use a kitchen scale, just to know, so you know how much water you're pouring.
Yeah. So if you want your coffee to be consistent, especially when your grandma or your friends come over, then it's kind of like baking. You want to be a little bit more precise with some sort of scale and gram measurement. Yeah, as opposed to a little bit of this, a little bit of that, which works most of the time, but for consistency, not, right? Yeah.
I guess many of you watching are already into coffee. Runners are often into gear.
Yeah, I think so. Gear junkies and coffee junkies.
We are doing now 60 grams each pour.
Yeah.
Do 60 grams every 30 seconds.
Yeah. Temperature-wise?
93. You don't want to go too hot, because if you go too hot on the water, then you risk getting a little bit bitterness.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want the sweet chocolate notes. So not too hot. Yeah. Some say that you should use coffee directly from boil. I don't recommend that. Go a little bit lower on the temperature, 92, 93.
And maybe the first brew of your Salomon pack is not going to be the best, so you might have to taste and then adjust, right? So how would you adjust the grind for the people at home?
If you feel that the coffee is a little bit watery, go a little bit finer. If you feel that the coffee is a little bit bitter, then just go a little bit coarser. Okay.
So it's kind of like running up a mountain. You're going to have to adjust to the conditions.
Yeah. And if you're doing this, if you don't have a V60 or a pour-over kit at home, some of you might have a Mocha Master. Then you should do maybe a 30-gram brew to 500 milliliters. Yeah. Wet the filter, important, especially when you buy filters at the supermarket, because they tend to have a little papery taste. Yeah, so just wet the filters. I have a little trick with the Mocha Master, and that is to just pause the machine, 30 seconds after you're credited.
So you just turn it off?
Yeah, turn it off to create a little bloom, because coffee has a lot of oxygen in it. So just release the coffee aromatics. That really helps, actually. And just swirl a little bit at the end, so you get an even bed.
I find just having a little spoon too in the Mocha Master just to make sure all the water's in contact with the coffee. When the blooming's happening, that's quite a good little
So
hack.
the coffee is ready.
Nice.
This was like 300 milliliters. The total brewing time was around 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Let's taste it. And then really important for home, maybe wait a little bit for your coffee to cool. Because when it's too hot, especially with these wash coffees, it's a little bit too subtle, right?
That's important with specialty coffee, that specialty coffee tastes better when it's colder.
Yeah. So I'd like to just wait a little bit, actually. But yeah. Smell it? You can smell the aromatics. What do you smell?
It's still a bit hot, but I think the brew was quite on point.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Sweet, round, like we want it to be.
And then what else? I guess if you're brewing at home too, you could order online. We have our subscription, so we can choose between 1 to 4 bags plus. We send that every month, a new coffee, or if you want an espresso with a new coffee. So there's a kind of a nice fun combination. And then you get a newsletter, you'll get a cupping spoon. What else? They'll get brew tips from you.
Yeah. So yeah. And people have maybe seen us on some Salomon events. We was at Freer Trail last year, hopefully going there this year too. Really like working with Salomon. Also sponsoring 2 of the Salomon athletes actually, Mari and Osmund.
Yeah, so good luck to those guys on the race. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the coffee. And if you have any questions, you can just leave them in the comments below. Or you can click on to our Instagram, or we are even on TikTok, Facebook.
People can send us a message, ask about the brewing tips, or ask about coffee.
Totally.
And if you just start a little bit, then you get more curious. Then it's coffee is more fun if you get a little bit. If you're more curious, you just don't do the same thing as you always do.
Totally. And remember, folks like us,
drink coffee like this.